towards them, we got quite concerned, and then eventually we had to stop the bus sort of halfway across the bridge because the traffic had come to a stop. There were no police at the time that we arrived there, so we're assuming it must have happened within 2 or 3 minutes prior to us arriving on the bridge. I attempted to call 999 and the police did arrive within about 5 minutes after we stopped the bus. And then sometime later there were lots and lots of police cars racing down to the bridge, as well as ambulances. And then someone in uniform came up to our bus and knocked on the door and told everyone on the bus to run. So all the tourists on our bus all ran for their lives, and we actually lost track of them because I was trying to muster them together. But we were all told to go to the far end of the bridge, not the Borough Market end, but the other end of the bridge, towards the monument. And then what we did notice was that most of the blue lights seemed to be in the vicinity of Borough Market. So our driver
of London, he says the Metropolitan Police are responding to the horrific terrorist attack at LondonBridge and Borough Market, the terrorist nature confirmed by the Prime Minister earlier. He says, "My thoughts are with everyone affected, and I'd like to thank the brave men and women of our emergency services who were first on the scene and will be working throughout the night." He says, "I'm in close contact with the Met Commissioner and senior officers, being kept updated on all developments, and I will be attending the government's emergency Cobra meeting later." But only call 999 in an emergency. He says, "We don't yet know the full details, but this was a deliberate and cowardly attack on innocent Londoners and visitors to our city enjoying their Saturday night. I condemn it in the strongest possible terms." Khan says there's no justification whatsoever for such barbaric acts. We're starting to get a response from a number had jumped into a stranger's car to arrive on the other side of the bridge, and they had seen 2 wounded people lying on the ground, and they said someone else covered in blood when I spoke to them on that side. We later saw a number of people, potentially 100 people, being escorted by police over the bridge, and they were evacuated from a Premier Inn, which is not very far from here. Some of them had been caught up in the incident earlier, had gone back to their hotel, some little children there, just wearing whatever they could throw on, and they were there. The police had apparently gone round knocking on all the doors of the hotel and asked them to evacuate that hotel. Not quite clear what they were looking for in there, but they wanted to do a search of it. So a lot of people quite scared and confused who we've spoken to so far tonight.
Tamara, thanks very much indeed. Tamara, just saying that
I thought at first it was fireworks, but then I recognised it was significant gunfire, and that was the first instance. And only afterwards, very rapidly, because I'm on Upper Thames Street here, then the emergency started about 10 minutes after. But the whole incident started with gunfire, and it was significant gunfire. It went on for quite a few minutes, which other people would have thought it was fireworks, but of course I recognised it immediately. So, I mean, that was the precipitating cause. And after that, the whole shooting match of ambulances and police and what you're seeing on the television screen at the moment, that I was worried about it. And in fact, I texted my family to say there was gunfire even before this started.
Tony, so when you burst, or did it appear that it was more than one weapon?
Well, there was rapid fire, because that's why I thought it was fireworks at the time. There was quite significant, it went on for quite a significant amount of time, sufficient for me to get out of the chair and have a look through the window to see if it was fireworks. And it was still going on, so it happened for a while. But that was before there was any police response, which took about 10 minutes, because they all passed my flat along Upper Thames Street, which I saw them, and the first police would have been about 10 minutes after I heard the gunfire.
Less than an hour, frankly, after the incident on the LondonBridge, which we know has led to several casualties. The fear is that it will have led to some fatalities. That is not yet been confirmed by the emergency service. for the time being on lockdown, as it once again deals with terrorist attack on the streets of London.